Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I got like 20 minutes to upload this video. It's still Tuesday in El Paso. I know it's Wednesday other parts of the planet, but we're here. I did not forget today's Tattoo Tuesday. And the plan was to go in order of my tattoos, but the next tattoo is an emotional one. So I'm like, let's do your most recent one. And then I'm like, okay, well, that's an emotional one too. And the reason why I'm deciding to do the most recent one is because the tragic event that happened in my life is still fairly new. And I've done volunteer work for Hospice of the Valley in Arizona, and we dealt with death. I believe grieving is important. So I know that with talking about it, expressing ourselves, and being vulnerable, we're able to get through things and heal a lot quicker. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about this tattoo so I can heal. I'm going to enter pictures here. That is a tribute to my niece. Some of you don't even know that I have this tattoo, but I got this tattoo about a couple of weeks after she passed. Long story short, with my niece's passing, my sister's house caught fire, and I have a video actually on why I decided to move out here to El Paso due to my niece's death, but I'll link it down below if you guys want to watch it. My sister's house caught fire. My niece didn't make it out in time. Her son was, thank God, was saved by a pedestrian that went into the house, but my niece didn't make it out, and she ended up passing, I believe. The cause of death was smoke inhalation. So she was 19, married, and had a 1-year-old, almost 2-year-old. So her passing, for me, I obviously have done my volunteer work that has helped me accept that death is a part of life. But when your 19-year-old niece passes, and just the way that she looked at the hospital and experiencing what we experienced, it was tough for me personally. Seeing my sister go through what she has been through is emotional as well. And this tattoo, really what it represents is just who my niece was, her oh God, what's the word? Her likes, her interests in life. So my niece had a thing for owls. So it's gonna be backwards, obviously. So we have a barn owl because that was her favorite owl. And I got a wolf because I went on her Pinterest and I didn't understand why she liked wolves so much, and we're both Scorpios. I was born on the 2nd and her birthday was the 16th of November, and wolves are actually our Celtic animal. So I thought that was cool, and it would go with this. I know that it comes off like a dark tattoo, but honestly, again, I had to cover something up that was dark in itself, so I thought that this was a good idea. And on her Pinterest, she had a quote, and here you are living despite it all, which, I mean, in itself, it explains exactly really what's happening. A quick shout out to the tattoo artist that did this tattoo and has done my past couple of recent tattoos. If you're in Arizona, go check him out. I'm going to link down his Instagram. He's amazing, by the way. So I needed to cover something up. 2 things up, which were cover-ups. My first tattoo that I got on my wrist here was a album cover and a saying, I guess you could say.
Excuse me?
A saying from another artist that I like, singer. So John Mayer and Jason Mraz, I got this little thing here, me and who was my best friend at the time, we both got it. And I paid like 20 bucks for it, and honestly, it was the shittiest tattoo. I have actually dated a tattoo artist, and I've been around tattoos enough to know, like, he was not doing, like, he wasn't using the needles I think another artist would use. Like, I don't know. I'm not, I don't want to say that, like, I know everything about tattoos, but I knew enough. And just the way that he was doing it, I was like, bro. Alright, whatever. I didn't think it was going to scar me, but I believe that I, from that, got scarred. And then I became friends with somebody who owned a shop, and he actually gave me a free tattoo that covered that one. And although it kind of just meant something to me because I still love those two artists to this day, it just didn't look good. And, you know, your body is a canvas, and if you're going to put art on it, it needs to look good. So he covered it up with a flower, a traditional old flower. It was blue and a little bit of green. So I ended up getting, obviously, both of them covered up with what I have done here. And the tattoo in itself, it's funny because my tattoo artist was even like, I've never seen you be such a little you-know-what. And that's odd because I feel like I've gotten tattoos and I'm always being a freaking crybaby, so whatever. It hurt. It hurt pretty bad. And I believe, again, like, there's scarring, and that's going to make things hurt a little bit. So if you have a scar, even if it's not scarring from a tattoo, any scar tissue or anything like that, it's sensitive and it's going to be a little bit painful. But there were some parts that, like, it could have been the smallest line, and I was like, bruh, when is that gonna end? It was like 10 seconds, but it felt like 10 minutes. It was horrible. I like it. The tattoo itself looks amazing. He did such a great job. All his tattoos are freaking great. Again, go check him out. It took about 2.5 hours. I ended up having a little area on the wool that kind of, I probably ask him what he thinks happened, but I definitely feel like something happened, and it caused some discoloration in the tattoo. I might have to have him hit it up again, but I know it's gonna hurt. I think maybe this area is one of the areas that hurts, if I can speak, the least. Of course, tattoos hurt. It's gonna hurt. But it's not like a painful, like, it's really hard to describe. It's not like, it's a more of an irritating pain versus like a hurtful pain.
So itchy. I feel like there's like hair on me.
Yeah, it's more of an irritating, like, you want to like push it away kind of irritation, like like a pinch and it's not stopping, or like when you rub yourself like an Indian burn, it's like your reaction is to like make it stop. Obviously your body's going through pain and fight or flight mode, but I still think that this is one of the areas that would hurt the least. I would go for this area first if you do decide to get a tattoo. But that's really it, y'all. This tattoo, I mean, I'm here living despite it all. It sucks. It sucks losing my niece. It sucks going through a lot of the things that my tattoos represent. My tattoos are the way I express myself. You know, people look at my tattoos like, that's an awesome tattoo, what does it mean? And then I tell them, they're like, oh shit, like, sorry ass. Like, no, it's, you know, I didn't put them on there so you could ask me and I could be just like, fuck off, don't ask me, it's personal. No, I mean, I also don't want to just be that person that like wants sympathy, because I don't want sympathy. This is just the way I express myself. Also, I'm a weird person that like, I either want to like smash something when I'm upset or angry or emotional, or this is gonna sound bad, I feel like I need to have something that's painful represent my pain. I need to give myself a reason to be in pain because of the pain that experience put me through, if that really makes sense. I don't want to make tattoos sound like an ugly thing. People get them because I believe people get them because they want to express themselves, or they like art and they want to show it off. If you're actually an artist, it probably makes more sense for an artist to get artwork because it represents their creative side. So this tattoo, I mean, my niece, we had just like this sweet little it's funny that, you know, having the relationship that I had with my niece, I feel like I'm experiencing that again because you know, thank God we still have her son, and I moved to Texas to be his caretaker. His dad is stationed out here in Fort Bliss, and I thought that as a single parent, it's important to be in your child's life, especially since he's a boy. He needs his father, and, you know, my nephew's in the military, and I wanted to help him, so I'm here. And the relationship that I have with my niece when she was little, I feel like I'm experiencing that again with her son, so it's bittersweet. But I'm actually going to share a story. I'm going to share a story, 2 little fun things, silly things that remind me of my niece, so this video is not hella sad. Alright guys, I'm still kind of salty about this situation. So when I was younger, one of my uncles gave us a hamster, and I one day opened the door and his cage was right there, and I noticed Charlie Brown, aka Brownie, was gone, and I'm like, where's Charlie Brown? And my mom was like, you better find that rat. And so I, at the corner of my eye, see my niece under the table, and I hear a little squeal, and I was like, Angel, do you have Charlie Brown? She sat on him. He broke his leg and died. Poor little Charlie Brown. And then me and my dad drove down the desert roads and he threw him out the window. I don't even think that's legal. That was one story that actually happened it happened after this story. So I don't know what me and my mom were doing. At that time we lived what I consider home, and we had an acre of land, and we had trees upon trees upon trees of fruit and veggies, and we were always outside. My mom was such a gardener, and we were always outside. And then I think we came inside, and my niece, both of my nieces are Irish twins. They're born 11 months apart, and they decided to make an omelet out of confetti and eggs. Why is there confetti in the kitchen? I don't know. But they found, like, you know, that confetti that's like, it feels like glass, all over the kitchen floor, and they added like a dozen of eggs. And we have pictures. I don't have them, so I can't show you, but it was hilarious seeing this. It was, and really, there's so many awesome things that I can share about my niece, but I don't want to cry, and, I will always have her on my wrist. We're still in the process of decorating for Christmas. Our tree, it's gonna have owls. It's not up yet. I know, we're late. Owls, and our whole kitchen is owls. Our towels, our rug, we have as much as we can possibly can of owls, just to remind ourselves that even though she's dead, she's still alive, and we have to keep her alive. It was an honor being her aunt for 19 years. So that is really it, guys. This, tragic event that's happened, I don't know. I'm so, there's days I randomly just think about her and want to cry. There's days I'm just like, this is a part of life, and I'm honored to have been in her life. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. Alright, I'm gonna go now, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright guys, have a good night. Bye.